I grew up as a poor child, and I say poor in the sense that we didn't have a lot of money, like most African American children in the age that I grew up did not own their own homes. We were fortunate, we did. We had a roof over our heads. We were poor, but we didn't know it. I came to Jacksonville at a time of specialization for black physicians. There was one physician here that was a board-certified surgeon at the time. I was the second to come as a pediatrician. Before that, there were none. We had about a dozen physicians in town, and they were all practicing family medicine is known now. General practitioners was what they were called then. I felt sort of inadequate because I limited my practice to children, and they needed much more than that. The children of the community got a level of pediatric advice that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise from other physicians.
It's amazing for me to go to anywhere with Mac. We went to a funeral in another county one time, and it was a funeral attendant. She was in her 50s. And when she saw Dr. McIntosh, she, my pediatrician, you hear what I'm saying? I think that's very important because there were physicians here, but coming as a specialist, a black specialist, kids had their own little doctor. They were able to relate to him, and he related to them and related to their parents, and he really helped to build medicine in this town, not just for blacks, but for whites also.
Our relations here in Jacksonville, and I thought race relations in Jacksonville, has improved a lot. There's a lot that has not improved. I feel that going forward, if we listen to the right people, and I may be getting political here, but I think if we don't forget that we are all human, that we all want the same things, it's how you achieve it. Just like we did in all the years that got us this far, we will find our way. I'm optimistic that we will find peace on the other side of the river.
In 1964, Rutledge Pearson and Dr. Robert Halen down in St. Augustine was doing the civil rights activity and everything. Martin Luther King eventually came down and he got sick. The two of them, Rutledge Pearson and Dr. Robert Halen, they put Dr. King on the backseat of his car down and brought him up to Dr. McIntosh over there on Jessup Street to be seen and treated. And that tells you even what the medical community thought, that this was a pediatrician, but this was our best.
The way that we're going to advance as a civilization is that people have to give back. Just little things, being kind to each other, being able to help someone who can't help themselves, to help people to improve themselves. And I found ways to do that in my practice by joining and helping organizations that needed help.
Mac's legacy will be that he came through here. He was one of a kind. He was an icon of many, like Jane Weldon Johnson, to be a part of Stanton High School, and that he will always be remembered.
There are several physicians in my life I would like to pay a tribute to today. One is Dr. James Burt of Volunteers in Medicine. Dr. Burt asked me to join a board that was being initiated to start a chapter of Volunteers in Medicine in Jacksonville. And I'd like to mention also in the same breath Miss Dottie Dorian, who at a considerable expense, I would say a considerable contributions made by these two individuals got our chapter of Volunteers in Medicine started in Jacksonville. My parents, of course, I have friends and family, particularly aunts and uncles and people that helped me along the way, and I'd like to pay tribute to them also.